them or something like that. But I give you my word, I'm going to investigate and I will give you feedback about what I found out.
The Commissioner of Police said the hoodlums have started forcing people to join them and threatening businesses and shop owners not to open for business.
Things have changed. It's different from how they started the protest. They have started going from one part of the state, part of the town to another, blocking roads, trying to force people to join them. And even they have started threatening people not to open their offices and their shops. This has gone beyond peaceful protest. I am very surprised we got to this stage. It has been a very beautiful one, but all of a sudden the protest became too big than the organizers. They no longer could control the crowd. Even here, they had a fight among themselves yesterday and they broke into three and they went their separate ways.
Correspondent Mekotika reports that CPDSU also vowed that the police will not allow hoodlums take advantage of the protest to cause mayhem and commit crime in the state. It said residents should go about their businesses as the police are capable of handling the situation.
And they started going to town, harassing traders, harassing people, threatening them not to come out, otherwise tomorrow will be tough. Nobody will close his eyes to that. We are capable of protecting lives and property. It's our jobs, we know how to do it so well. And for your information, our sister agencies have joined in. Everywhere you go, you see members of the Nigerian Army, the Air Force, and the Navy. Secret Service are around too. Members of the Civil Defense, you see them everywhere. And if you look up, you will see the Air Force and the Nigerian Police pilots flying to tell us what is happening from the sky. So we have all resolved to ensure that we continue to maintain peace in this state.
Earlier, some groups under the aegis of Voice of Concerned Citizens dispersed the protesters who had gathered at the Federal Secretariat this morning for the 7th day of End Bad Governance protests. Members of the group, in an interview with our correspondent, said the action follows the hijacking of the protest by hoodlums who have taken advantage of the protest to harass motorists, members of the public, and loot from shops. They say the initial purpose of the protest has been defeated by the actions of the hoodlums and that they will not allow such to continue in the state.
We understood that some persons actually want to hijack protests that was been happening within these days. So we, the concerned youth, we decided to come down to the secretariat as early as 5:30 this morning. The police are here, the militaries are here, we are here. And some of the protesters were actually coming, but we told them that protest will not hold. And of course, protesters who have asked them to leave.
They are busting people's shops, busting into people's house, obtaining their property, and want the hoodlums to join the people to obtain.
After End Bad Governance protesters were attacked this morning by hoodlums at the Federal Secretariat.
You observe that some hoodlums were already there to hijack the protest. So to avoid any of our members or the citizens to get injured, we decided to withdraw from the protest. So I don't know whether these people that are protesting, that protest should know whether they are not hungry. Maybe they have collected money from politicians to stop the protest. So instead of the citizens to get injured, we decided to stay back for today. For now, I don't know if we can continue tomorrow.
In Lagos State, organizers of the #End Bad Governance protest have declared a 3-day mourning period in honor of protesters who died during the protests across Nigeria. The mourning period, which starts today, will end on Friday with a symposium. Speaking with Nigeria Info, former Take It Back movement coordinator in Lagos, Ayoyinka Oni, accused the police of working with thugs to stop the voices of protesters. He said it made the Ojota area unsafe for protesters to gather. Mr. Oni, however, said they are exploring other forms of engagement to continue the protest till the 10th day.
It's a Twitter space. There's going to be a day of mourning. People wear black tomorrow. And on Friday is symposium and a candle procession. Those are the 3 days mourning program that Ojota rolled out for this. So it has nothing to do with the police and all that. If the people have decided that they still want to come out, we will be there, regardless of the police operation and thugs coming after the people.
Mr. Oni said Nigerians do not have to protest to get the dividends of democracy. He said although their demands have not been met, the protests have yielded positive results.
We generally don't have responsible leaders, because if you have a responsible leader, you will not have to have a protest before you get your dividends of democracy. If I tell the government don't understand some things, after all the online push and noise, before this protest, I work on some of those things, but we definitely don't have one on that.
Meanwhile, an economist with the University of Port Harcourt, Allwell in Tiga, has urged the federal government to quickly come up with economic policies that will address the demands of the protesters. Dr. Intega told correspondent Subi Oruwari that the protest could lead to loss of jobs and investor confidence.
The protest has disrupted economic activities all over the country because it has restricted, movement of people and goods from one place to the other, and that is having a toll on the prices of goods and has further worsened the level of inflation. It's not something that we should, expect at this time, but it remains. Two things remain very, very crucial and very cardinal: the welfare of people, which to some extent is being compromised.
Dr. Ntiga also spoke on economic measures required to fix the economy and called on the government to declare a state of emergency on the energy sector.
If government allowed it to continue for these 10 days, the future effect may be up to a year, if not more than that. The future effect is actually going to last more than the number of days that the protest has lasted. If we're having local production, petroleum products, PMS especially, we'll be sure that price will drop. The government has to swing into action to see how to stop this, not just stopping, but addressing some of those critical needs. We expect that the government at this point will be thinking of declaring a state of emergencies in key sectors of the economy.
A quick commercial break, but still to come, federal government warns against foreign interference. To stay tuned. Welcome back. Now the rest of the newscast. Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Tuga says the federal government will not accept any foreign interference in the aftermath of the violence that trailed the End Bad Governance protest in the country. Mr. Tuga said today when he met with members of the diplomatic corps in Abuja, he warned that the government will not spare anyone funding the protest, both from within and outside Nigeria. Still on this, the Department of State Service, DSS, says 7 Polish nationals were arrested in connection with the violent nationwide protest against hunger and hardship in Kano State and are currently under investigation. Speaking at a joint news conference in Abuja, spokesperson of the service, Peter Afunaya, said they were picked up as a result of their display of foreign flags. He assured that the arrest is not a targeted attempt on Polish nationals. The Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company and NPC Limited, Mele Kyari, says staff of the company have nothing to do with importation of substandard committee over alleged economic sabotage in the petroleum. Police in Tanzania are investigating 5 men caught in the viral video allegedly gang raping a young woman. The incident sparked an uproar in the East African state. The security forces are yet to comment on allegations that the suspects are believed to be soldiers. Police said their investigations were progressing well, but did not confirm reports that arrests had been made. They also denied that the young woman died after the ordeal. On the news this evening, you heard 3 persons have been arrested for looting and burning tires during NBAD governance protests in Port Harcourt. Anti-protest group this morning dispersed protesters at the Federal Secretariat in Port Harcourt. Federal government has warned against foreign interference. On the foreign scene, police in Tanzania are investigating 5 men caught in a viral video allegedly gang raping a woman. The news was edited by Marta Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Kalada Kurubatapo. Good evening.